Do you think you can even understand your technical reports then if you're not a technical person, or do you think it's impossible or
It,
very difficult?
I would say it is difficult to understand. Um, I kind of use the word quote unquote. You can't really tell the BS in your
Uh,
report if they say, "Oh, it's difficult." And again, going back to like Elon Musk example, where like because he understood the technical thing, if he sensed the engineers doesn't really know what they're talking about, like he would famously fire the person on the spot. And
mm,
that's kind of extreme, but as engineers, it is easy to say, oh, like that's difficult. Like, oh, the constraint is difficult. Like, oh, like, yeah, it's technical possible, but it's like, it's kind of hard to do. And it is also in their nature to like have a guardrail around like what's possible within the reasonable.
mm,
But if you want to, again, break through, if you want to be ahead of competitors, you can't just be doing what's been done in the past, right?
mm,
So when your company has a mission to do something great, something that's never been done, if you're a manager who cannot tell the BS and then all you get is like engineering saying they can't do something and you accept that, then your department or your group will never do something great, right?
mm,
Or if you do not accept and say, hey, like, I don't believe you, this should be possible, well, then you lose the respect because, well, what do you know about this
yeah, because
technology?
you're not even
Right.
technical anyway.
Yeah. And you just come across as like, oh, this person just says whatever. And you just start to lose the trust in your engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So either you become the people pleaser saying, like, oh, our engineer says they can't do it. Like, I trust them. And you might keep the relationship with the engineers because they're going to like you for understanding their pain. But you never become a good manager who push them to do something that they never thought they could do.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate when my managers tell me, hey, like we saw this project and I think you can do it. And I'm like, oh, I never done this. I don't know how to do this. And every time they push me to do it, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I end up growing to
Hmm.
become the person who now can execute on something I never thought is possible.
Yeah.
And that kind of comes from like understanding a balance of when it's like, oh, like you just really need to push like 20%. And I believe in you because I understand that you can do it versus
Mm.
manager who's just like, I don't know, you should be able to do it. And then like, well, but you don't really know. Like there's a huge gap in,
Well, they don't
right?
guide, maybe.
Yeah, not
Right.
like giving wrong advice. I think you lose credibility as a
Mm-hmm.
leader.